Pickaxe.
Thanks for dropping into the cast party. Join the cast and crew as they are bucketed from their Hollywood film set into the crazy world of Fandrea. And action! Cast Party, your favorite D&D podcast, is turning 3 next month, and we are pulling out all the stops to make this anniversary month unforgettable. Our merch store is reopening its enchanted doors, and we've conjured up some brand new, never-before-seen designs to celebrate this momentous occasion. From heroic tees to mystical mugs, you'll find the perfect gear to flaunt your love for Cast Party. Throughout the anniversary month, we'll be bringing you special episodes, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and thrilling surprises that will transport you deeper into the world of Fandrea. Join us as we start the month off with a look into The After Party, a Patreon-exclusive one-shot series, but you get it for free. The cast and crew will be playing through the plot of Through the Realms of Myria, the very movie that started it all, dropping for everyone on our main podcast feed November 1st. We'll then take a look behind the scenes as the cast chats about each episode of Cast Party that drops in November, and a look ahead to the exciting future of Cast Party. We wouldn't be here without your unwavering support and enthusiasm, so let's celebrate together. Stay tuned for giveaways, Q&A sessions with the cast, and chances to win limited edition Cast Party merch. So mark your calendars, invite your fellow adventurers, and gear up for a month-long celebration of all things Cast Party. Want a sneak peek of the upcoming merch designs, a backlog of over 100 hours of one-shots, or maybe just want to support your favorite D&D podcast? Come join the fun at patreon.com/castparty and hang out with the cast and crew in the Discord. We are inching closer to 250 subbed patrons, and we have our announcement goal coming soon, which will be cryptic in nature. Patreon.com/castparty. Thank you all so much for listening. Enjoy the episode, cast and crew.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I am joined by my reading cast and crew, Ryan McManus.
Hi, Sebastian Vivaldi Greensleeves, an emo at heart musician who once had a dream that he was in the studio and had written an absolute banger of a chorus, but still needed the perfect lyrics to go along with this new Get Stoked hit. The lyrics he wrote in his dream were, "There's too many things that I want to try. In the city of raisins, I'm peeing alive." He woke up and immediately wrote them down in case he ever decides to write a comedy song or gets hired as the new vocalist for Swancore band Dance Gavin Dance.
I remember you telling us about that dream.
This is one of my own dreams. Yes.
Oh my god.
That was the actual lyrics?
Yes, it resurfaced. We were talking about dreams in the Cast Party Discord, patreon.com/castparty. The free tier gets you access to the Discord. We were all talking about their dreams, and I dug this one up from like a year ago, and I was like, that's a great Sebastian intro. So here we are.
Oh my god.
I'm peeing raisins? Sorry.
In the city of raisins, I'm peeing alive. These were the actual lyrics that I wrote in my dream.
Oh my god.
Anna Brisbane.
Blueberry Sky, elven druid actress who has never dyed her hair outside of the blonde highlights or balayage that she currently has on Earth. She has gotten pretty comfy with her teal hair in Fandrea, even though she's been a bit back and forth with her blonde. It is currently a teal bob, but time will tell whether she actually takes the dive when/if they return to Earth and dyes her hair teal or any other color. Very unlikely given her career, but at least now it is not a 0 chance. If only she had access to alter self on Earth. If only I had access to alter self on Earth.
True. That was going to be my question, is would she take up the teal when she gets back home? But you answered it for me. You must be so used to it now.
Nigel Deacon.
Good morning. Xander Gucci Supreme, who spent a lot of time as a kid spinning and doing somersaults down hills. Some might say that might be why he is the way he is, but we all know it's because of the abduction. No, the hills and spinning and general love of fast-moving rotational movements was because the feeling of being dizzy felt like the closest he could get to another plane of existence. The dazzling colors, the sense of disconnect from the ground itself. If he let his mind fall into it, he'd be lost in the cosmos for a few minutes and experience true bliss. It felt ethereal, ghostly, phantom-like. Now that he's older and doesn't bounce back as quickly from hitting his head on a rock, he doesn't chase those phantom rolls anymore. Instead, he's more into fan rolling their dice. Head on over to fanrolldice.com where you can pick up some beautiful new dice for yourself, maybe play a ghost character and do some phantom rolls yourself. Use code CASTPARTY for 10% off your next fan roll purchase, and let's get rolling.
Man, I miss rolling down a good hill.
Right? Right? Just like,
damn,
you just
dude.
lay down and then you log roll down the hill.
Vince Perito.
Jett the Boulder Chambers, the big burly heartthrob whose love resides with his mom and puppy Princess Pebbles, and also he loves charities. He loves them so much he takes up any opportunity to make money for all the lovely charities out there. Especially the one time when he was invited on the Animal Foundation's live stream to do some art to then sell for charity. They did some finger painting, and him and Pebbles went on stream and they did some finger painting together, and then they auctioned off their art pieces. Jett sold for a lovely $50, but Pebbles, hers sold for a whopping $100,000 that helped them build a whole new facility for the lovely animals in Los Angeles.
Well, let's get into it and talk about what happened last time. You opened up Kingsley's journal that he left for you. You saw he had found a way to discover memories from his past through use of his own blood. An illusion played on the next page called Elana's Wake. You saw Elana commanding an army against Volozar along with other heroes of Vendrea. During the battle, you saw Volozar's mindless army fighting against Elana and her team. Her team was badly hurt. Volozar lost his right arm but started to overpower Elana's allies, meteors ending the battle. Her allies defeated, Volozar unconscious. He was pulled into the portal that was created to the plane of air and said, "This isn't over." After the illusion, Matthias brought you to a secret area of Erke's shop where he presented you with artifacts of the heroes you had just witnessed. You spoke a bit before returning to the journal and seeing Elana discover Volozar had gone to Shar to gain her power. Elana went to Mistra and trained for hundreds of years. You saw for yourselves this time Elana being split in two, into Kianopa and the Elana you now know. Xander pulled out a movie theater ticket for a theater he had never been to, dated later than the date that you had all left Earth. Then the funeral bell tolled. You paid your respects to the dead and went to Matthias to see the dead Starweavers. In this courtyard, you were again able to speak with Umtar, who pronounced Matthias the newest Starweaver of Helios, and gave you all some glasses to help read the book bound in skin that Bray had given you from Hazelrest. You all reconvened in the dorms after Umtar left and decided your next move to be to go to the ley line at Elana's Wake and use it to charge the phone so you're ready to go home the instant you find Kingsley. You took an airship, said your goodbyes to Matthias, your hellos to Claude, and got on your way. You spoke deeply about Selena and Xander's relationship before going your separate ways and heading to bed. Sebastian cast a dream to see Jett's family home before creating a magnificent mansion for each of you to enjoy your rooms. Everyone took the rooms they wanted, save for Jett, who decided to sleep on the couch and lock his bedroom door. In the morning, Blueberry awoke to Sebastian's door wide open and him nowhere to be seen. As she called for him, she passed Xander's room where he was still sleeping, but she awoke Jett on the couch. They both saw Sebastian seated in the middle of the living room, the book bound in skin open, and wearing the eyeglasses from Umtar. Now, you all see Sebastian looking at the pages and smiling as he flips the next page. And so the scene is set. The question is, Sebastian, what are you reading? You remember falling asleep last night, relatively peacefully, and in your dream, you are in your old high school. You don't remember this day in particular, a snowy day in Ohio, most students in long sleeves, some still wearing scarves. It's lunchtime. You're in the lunchroom. Most students are sitting close to the windows watching the first real snowfall of the year. Where is Sebastian on this day? Who's he sitting with? What's he wearing?
He's definitely wearing an old, beat-up, zip-up black hoodie. There's no band logo or anything on it. And he has cut out thumb holes for himself on either sleeve so he can slip his thumbs through. He did not bring a jacket because jackets are for nerds. And he is sitting with Dave, who was his first ever drummer. Dave has long blonde hair that's parted in the middle that goes like just past his shoulders, and he wears a big puffy jacket in the winter with like the fur-lined hood, and the hood is always up at all times with his hair just like curtaining his face.
Even in the warmth of this lunchroom, got that big puffy jacket on. You're sitting here, you're eating your food, you're observing the scene around you as a girl walks up to your table. You've had a crush on her for a while now. You've chatted a bit, flirted a bit at school, but it's kind of that awkward high school flirting. And as she walks up, she puts a mixtape on the table. It's one of your Get Stoked mixtapes. Hi, Sebastian. I found this in the garbage of the girls' restroom.
Oh, shit. That's not where they're supposed to go.
I listened to it. I think it's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you particularly like the carpets are made of drapes at all times?
I didn't really get the meaning behind that one, but like the guitar was good. Do you like to play guitar?
Yeah, it's kind of like all I do, aside from piano. But yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've actually seen pianos at the store before, so that's cool.
I've never seen the girls' restroom before.
That's good. Okay. Well, here, and she hands you a folded up piece of paper. Tucked into it is a pair of those old cardboard 3D glasses with the red and blue filters on them. Read this when you get home. You'll need these. Bye.
Are we going to see Spy Kids 3D? Game over?
She quickly has her books up to her chest as she's walking away and goes to sit at a nearby table. Would Sebastian have read the note there or waited?
I think he would have been respectful and embarrassed as heck, so he would have slipped it probably just in his bag or in his hoodie pocket and waited till he got home.
Sebastian, it is now later that day. You get home, you're able to get up to your room, put your things away. As you drop your bag to the ground, you open it and you see that letter.
Pop on those 3D glasses and let's check it out.
As you're opening the letter, you have to put on the 3D glasses. A bit confused because everything looks a bit weird now, red and blue. But it looks like she made this by hand. And on the left side, you see a drawing of what you think is you on a stage holding Daisy. It looks like it was made with red and blue colored pencils to give the effect of it being 3D while you're wearing these glasses. And on the right side, you see a letter. And it says, "You're a really cool guy, Sebastian. I just know you're going to do so many amazing things. You really have the potential to be the greatest musician ever. I can try to help you too, if you'll let me. Call me, Charlene." And as you read the last line, you see the lights go out in your room, and it's pitch black. Blueberry and Jett. You see from the book Sebastian is reading, darkness starts to creep out of it, floating along the floor before it explodes like a geyser. The pictures, the mirrors, the couches, all drenched in darkness like black paint is just being thrown in buckets across the room. It oozes and falls. It looks like the things around you look like they're melting. They just form one giant black liquidy mass. As the darkness spews from the book, Jett and Blueberry, you start to be able to see nothing. You can see yourself, your being, your hands, the things you're wearing, but nothing else around you. Even just 5 feet from you was Sebastian. You don't see him anymore.
I just panic cast Fairy Fire. It's like fireflies.
Doing it just right centered on yourself?
Yeah, making sure I would get Sebastian's area.
It almost looks like these fireflies shoot out around you and spin around you in like a spiral. And you can see them 10, 15 feet away from you in all directions. But it's just black. It's just void. You don't see Sebastian anymore. Sebastian, in your dream, the lights are out, but your eyes adjust. You're reading the note from the girl at school and look for that last line. But what was her name? Who was she? You've had this crush on her for how long? Wait, when did you meet her? Who was she? You don't have any memories of her. Was she real? And as your eyes finally adjust to the page, instead of seeing "Call me, Charlene," you see "Worship me, Char." In that moment, Sebastian, you awaken. You open your eyes, and it's no longer the note in your hand. It's the book bound in flesh, and you two are surrounded by darkness. On this page of the book, you see Char's symbol, the pitch black inside of that purple disc around it. And from that pitch black circle, this smoke is slowly emanating. From the smoke, you can start to see that things come to life around you as you feel a bit different. You find yourself not in control, but rather watching from inside this body. You're standing up, the book left on the ground next to you. The body you're in pulls their left hand up towards their head, and you feel it. There's no hair. They look down at their right arm and see no arm there. From the darkness ahead of you, you see fire illuminating the area. Elana, in her new, more red, more fiery form, attacking you. You see the man you're seeing out of form a purple arm that leads to this crescent blade. He takes the brunt of Elana's attacks before he teleports in front of her and impales her stomach with his blade. He lifts her off the ground. You look up to see her fire burn in her eyes. Just beneath her right eye, you see those 3 scorched black marks she burned into herself that match Mistra's. The man pushes a dark black smoke out of his left hand and into her face. Her flames dwindle, her eyes darker. The hair on her head calms a bit and doesn't move on its own. This fiery passion quelled a moment. The scorch marks on her face no longer there. As he pulls the blade out, she falls to the ground and lands in a kneeling position, like she's showing respect for him. You stand tall inside of Volozar's body, looking down upon Elana. She begins to duplicate over and over again until there is a sea of her, all kneeling in front of you, as far as you can see, as a dark fog billows in, obscuring each form for a second. When you see them again, they're a random person, cheering, jumping up and down. A never-ending sea of fans, cheering for you on stage. You now feel your hair a bit sweaty, gracefully falls atop your forehead. You see that you're holding Daisy, strumming away. You stand in front of this sea of people as there's a chill up your spine. Someone's on stage with you. She walks slowly around you as the fans continue to cheer. Deep purple eyes, long, straight black hair down to her ankles. She wears punk-style clothes like many of the people in the stands. He can control her every move because of me. You could have the same. You could have influence. Worship me. As she holds out her hand, a pen inside of her palm. As we move back to Blueberry. Blueberry, you saw the whole room go pitch black. You are standing in the darkness as you too start to feel you can no longer control your body. You see from the darkness, you are also seeing through the eyes of someone else. They are kneeling. As they stand up, in front of them is Shar. As they wave their right hand, you see they form this magical arm with a crescent blade. You've seen this exact scene play out in Kingsley's journal, but now you're inside of Volozar's eyes. This time you get to see more of it. He leaves Shar's amethyst dominion. A portal takes him to Fendrea. However, he is small, the size of a cat, walking around on 3 limbs. He walks to a nearby house in a village. He gets there and meows at an elven woman with lavender hair. Desideria walks over, picks him up, and creates a portal of her own to take both of them somewhere you don't recognize. In this new location, he turns out of this cat form and again stands tall. The location you're seeing now is a desolate land of darkness. Behind him, deep in the distance, you can see lights, flames illuminating buildings. But instead, he turns. And around for what looks like miles, a lifeless, treeless, flat, desolate wasteland. He raises his left hand, and sprouting from this area is terrain. It slowly happens. Over many minutes of time, you watch as Volozar is able to take this flat land, and then there are the start of mountains and valleys and even riverbeds, which will eventually have water. As you see, Desideria turns to him, but as she turns, her lavender hair turns a dark black. And instead, you see the face of Shar. And as you look at your own body, you see her again in Blueberry's body. You look out to the terrain being changed, but instead you see a massive area of deforestation. Thousands upon thousands of stumps, dirt kicked up from heavy machinery, not a bird in the sky, not a rodent skittering across the ground. As your hand moves as Volozar's did, you see from the stumps massive trees grow in an instant, hundreds of feet tall. This wildlife flourishes in an instant. There is ground cover of bushes and berries, and animals trot through the serene surroundings. He can change any world he pleases because of me. You could have the same. You could be a savior. Worship me. As she too holds out a pen in her palm. As we move to Xander. Xander, you awaken from your sleep expecting to see a night sky with stars. Instead, you see complete darkness. You jolt awake, and all you see is the bed you're sleeping on. You too start to see from the eyes of Volozar. He's standing in a black void, and he magically projects a vision in front of him. From the image, you can see it initially almost entirely black until you see movement from this vision. It looks like someone is taking a book out of a chest and you are looking up from the bottom of this chest. In fact, that's exactly what it is. You see yourself, Xander, pulling a journal out of a small box, being startled and then attempting to stab an eye with a dagger as this illusion is disrupted. Volozar waves his hand across the illusion as it changes to another scene. You see inside the magistrate barracks at the Evergem. You're viewing it as if you were a fly on the wall of this room, like a security camera. More waving, more scenes. Scene after scene just shows different areas of Fendrea. Some you recognize, most you don't. Overlooking Elverath from high above the magistrate tower. A random wooded path from the perspective of someone's shoulder as they move. A location in Wooded Holly. Lots of locations in Valorith. Many times looking like a security camera, other times looking like you are from on someone's body. Finally, you land upon a vision of up close, it looks like brown wood grain, until whatever you're looking at gets pulled upward. You look like you were seeing into a desk, but now see a mirror in front of your vision. Desideria puts on her red handkerchief close to her neck. As you see directly in the reflection, you are seeing from the magistrate eye on the handkerchief like a surveillance camera. From Volozar's eyes, you turn around and see Shar looking at you. She gestures back to the illusion. You see it now has changed, showing monumental places from Earth as you yourself begin scrolling through. Inside a bank vault, through someone's phone camera as they work on code with a robot they're creating in front of them on a table. Inside a military base in an active war zone. Inside the Oval Office. In the trees near an uncontacted tribe of humans. He can see things kept secret because of me. You could have the same. You could have knowledge. Worship me. Pen in hand. Jett. You see very much the same. Darkness filling your field of view, encasing the area around you, and you too are in Volozar's eyes. He stands up as a person in a dark cloak comes out of the shadows. Face bound in a mask, Volozar, from your perspective, pays this man a large sum of gold and in return is given a large satchel, about the size of a backpack. And it looks heavy. The hooded figure leaves. He turns around and opens the bag onto a nearby table. Out of it comes dirt and ash. A large pile of it spreads out across the table. Volozar waves his hand over top of it. Black smoke falls atop the ash. Most of it falls off the table, but other portions pool together and hold shape, almost bubbling atop the table. The smoke diminishes and you can see the ash has formed into two bodies. The orcish man and the dwarven woman that Elana incinerated. They're a deep ash color, but their eyes open and they sit up in the table. As you hear behind you a sound. The body you're in turns to see the being in full hood and mask looks now much taller. They take off their hood, revealing long, dark black hair, sharp facial features, as Shar reveals herself. As you look back towards the bodies on the table, instead of the table with the orc and the dwarf, you see a casket, your mother's body inside. And just as Volozar did, your hand rises above the casket, and the lifeless body of your mom opens its eyes and sits up, alive. He can bring life back to the dead because of me. You could do the same. You could be a savior. Worship me. As she holds out a pen. You are all seeing Shar in this black void holding out a pen to you. There is an urge to grab it to accept her temptations, a magic urge. I need everyone to roll me wisdom saving throws. Depending on how tempted your character is in this situation, if you see fit, I would ask you to roll with disadvantage. But only if your character is truly tempted.
Do I count as being next to Jett?
You and Sebastian do, Xander does not.
13. Xander rolled with disadvantage.
Jett will be rolling with disadvantage as well.
This is basically a magic charm, and everyone in your aura will essentially have advantage because of it. So that would cancel out your disadvantage if you wanted to roll with disadvantage.
Also, Sebastian and Blueberry get a +3 with my aura.
And they will also get advantage.
28.
5 with disadvantage.
11 with disadvantage, technically.
If you chose to roll with disadvantage, you can have inspiration. Blueberry, you're the first one to steel yourself, see this vision of Shar with this pen, and it disappears. Your fairy fire, you start to see those fireflies again as they fly out into this darkness, and they start illuminating everything around you as you start to be able to breathe again and see that, yes, you are still in this room. You see Sebastian here. You see Jett here. You don't see Xander, because he was in his other room. The others see Shar. And I need us all to roll initiative.
What?
Oh.
11.
14.
9.
10.
Sebastian, you are first in initiative. Tell me what you're doing in this moment. You have Shar in front of you, pen in hand, offering it to you.
Peering out over the sea of faceless people and just feeling the adrenaline rush through me that I've felt all too much before during my shows, but almost amplified to an immense degree. We went from, local bars and venues to like festival crowds. And it's everything that Sebastian has ever dreamed of and has ever wanted. Doing a once-over of the crowd and just feeling his heart racing, he would step closer to Shar, especially having seen her before in his dreams.
Do you reach for the pen?
Yes.
Blueberry, you see Sebastian in the room, standing up, and he moves to the table in the kitchen, where you can see a pen sitting in a small cup that he picks up.
Did he leave the book?
The book is still on the ground. Sebastian, you walk over, you grab the pen from Shar, and you turn around, and on a music stand is a paper that has an X at the bottom with a line. And you are tempted to go and sign your name. Blueberry, you can see Sebastian turn to look at the book on the ground. Next in initiative is Xander. You are here in this dark void. Shar beckons you through an open doorway, holding out the pen in her hand.
I'm approaching.
Blueberry, you hear Xander's door open as he walks out into the hallway and looks like he too is heading for the kitchen. Blueberry.
Huh?
That's your turn.
How far am I from the book?
Within 5 to 10 feet of you.
I'm gonna jump on the book and grab it. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to wild shape into a needle blight.
Oh.
Ew.
Shit.
Because the book will be inside you.
Yeah. I think she almost looks like a wood nymph, but not sexy. Just like a feminine little stick girl, smaller than Blueberry. And that's the thing that I can cast spells as.
Oh, that's right.
Blueberry, as you peer into the kitchen, you do see that this is the only pen in the cup as well.
I guess I'll try to thorn whip the pen to myself.
Roll to hit. And Sebastian, what's your AC?
Not 27.
Not 27.
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, Sebastian.
Lucky point. Can I do 2 lucky points? 11.
Oh, just kidding. I turn into a vine blight. That's what my item says.
You send one of these vines over to Sebastian. It slaps his hand, and you're able to grab the pen out of it. Roll your damage on Sebastian.
11 piercing.
Sebastian, I'm going to ask for a wisdom saving throw. Again, you are no longer in Jett's aura.
Do I have the pen, and would the paper still be there?
You see stuff is happening around you, and it feels like the show is going off the rails. There's still this endless sea of people, but it looks like there's tech difficulties. Above you, one of the large speakers has fallen, and a cable comes down and smacks the pen out of your hand and into the crowd.
That would cause a little bit of panic, almost like a stage fright / anxiety moment for Sebastian, so I will be rolling straight. Nat 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Question. When I hit him, can I see his brain work making another attempt to snap out of it or no?
What's your passive insight?
17?
Yes. Sebastian was very determined, grabbed pen, And when that pen gets dropped out of his hands, you can see he stares at it a moment and looks around rather than looking directly at you where the pen went. Mm-hmm. You can see there's almost less determination in his eyes.
Since it's a separate roll, I'm going to use the lucky point. That's a nat 20. I can't make that shit up.
That's a lucky point right there.
That is a lucky point.
Sebastian, you drop the pen. It bounces into the crowd as people start looking around, not as cheerful, not as exciting, but you still see that page ahead of you on the music stand, and you move over to it. And before, it was lots of words on the top, and then an X at the bottom with a line for you to sign. What do you see now?
It is a email from a label that he had been in contact with saying, "We apologize, but it looks like for now, we're going to pass."
There is the same sinking feeling again that Sebastian felt when he first read that email. And he turns around and he's alone on stage, and he turns to the crowd and they're gone. And he turns back to the paper, and ahead is just a blank notebook on this kitchen table. As you turn around and you see this pretty scary monster that is holding a pen.
Good God, Blue, please tell me that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still in Jett's house.
Uh-huh.
Jett, that is your turn. You turn around as this visage of your mother is looking at you. And behind you is this woman dressed up in full suit tie, offering this pen to you in a funeral home.
I'm going to click my boots together to activate them. I'm in a hurry to grab this pen, and I run over and grab it from her.
Blueberry, you see Jett rushes over to you and starts grabbing for the pen. Jett, I'm going to ask for a disarm check.
Oh, no.
Roll me an unarmed strike, and then Blueberry, you're going to roll either athletics or acrobatics as a Vine Blight.
Yeah, that'll be a strength roll.
21 for Jett.
10.
Jett, you're able to knock this pen to the ground. Since you have 2 attacks, I would allow you to also pick it up with your second attack. You walk over to this woman. Your hand is shaking, and as you grab for the pen, it falls to the ground. Sorry about that. As you reach down to pick it up off the ground. And now Jett has pen in hand. Sebastian, that is now your turn. You are back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Are you casting reverse gravity?
No. Imagine. Maybe I shouldn't have brought us here. Maybe this place is cursed. What's going on?
Did you see a weird dream too?
Yup. Real hot girl, but weird dream.
That was Shar, right?
I think so. That was the lady I saw in my dream that one time.
That's not great. We need to snap these guys out of it. How did you get out of it?
Something hit the pen away from me and then...
That was me.
Oh, hey, thanks! I started to panic. I'm gonna close Magnificent Mansion and shoot us all back into the airship.
Can you do that?
When the spell ends, any creatures or objects left inside the extra-dimensional portal are expelled into the open spaces nearest to the entrance.
Do you guys keep your relative positions, or would you all just be bunched up?
Like pouring out of door.
My thought was, if it's closed, it's almost like a vacuum inside that is just sucking anything and anyone that is from the material plane out and like expel into the rec room of the airship, hoping that it jumbles everyone up a little bit to realize like something's going on, just like Blue did for me.
You guys all get pushed out, and Blueberry and Sebastian can see that you all land into a nice soft Pebbles who is laying here sleeping.
Oh, thanks, girl.
But there is this jolt of energy. Jett, you're in this funeral home. You have this pen now in hand, and you turn around and you see a paper ahead of you. You can't see what's on it. As an earthquake hits. Xander, the same for you. You're in this void, and yet it feels like you're in a bottle and someone's shaking it. I'm going to ask you both to re-roll your wisdom saving throws. And Xander, you are now, because of how this is going to work and push you all in the same location, within Jett's aura. So you'll have advantage and +3.
I don't think shaking is enough to make me not want to see everything. 12.
20.
Jett, the whole building just starts to shake as everyone starts to run out. You see your mom looking about, confused, almost upset, like something's wrong, but not the earthquake. She almost looks angry or disappointed as she looks around, and the lights go out. There's a power surge in this building until they come back on, and you are laying against pebbles on the airship, holding the pen.
Stand up, frantically start looking around for the book.
Sebastian, it's still technically your turn. Do you have anything else you would like to do?
That's probably just going to be it for me.
Xander, it's a little rocky for a moment. You lose your footing. You actually fall onto the ground as this woman in front of you leans down, gets on a knee, and holds out the pen.
I am gonna reach for the pen.
Jett, all of a sudden, Xander starts getting handsy with you and grabbing for it. Xander, I need an unarmed strike. Jett, you can roll athletics or acrobatics.
It's a 13.
15.
I'll use my reaction for a bardic inspiration on Jett as I just see Xander clawing at him for the pen. Don't let him be a victim of the Bad Girls Club. Oh, shit. We're at D12 now, boys. Let's fucking go.
Oh, let's go.
10.
Oh my god.
I think, though, just to be fair, this would be a time to use inspiration, too, because Xander wants it.
That's a 23.
I thought it was a 20.
Oh.
Good God, it was a 10. I saw the 0 and I was like, oh, no. 'Twas a 10, so total of 14.
Xander, you get your hand on this a moment, and you're almost able to grab it from Jett as he drops it and slaps your hand away, and then you drop it, and then you're scrambling for it as Jett grabs it. Blueberry, we are to you.
My viney arms are going to extend, reach out towards Xander, and try to wrap around and constrict. 15 to hit.
That's not hit.
Dang it.
Jett, that is you.
Since the last time I used it, it was broken. Is my neurotoxic neck now fixed? I know I didn't go and seek it out since then.
I just rolled an 18, and it was literally going to be a 15 or higher to see if you were smart enough to talk to Erky about fixing it, and he did so for you.
I'd like to use it on Xander.
Roll to hit.
14.
Nope. It lands right on Sebastian.
I do have a second attack. I am going to, at the same time, both try to unarmed strike him, but I'm just going to take my shield and try to shove him away from me. And as I do, I'm going to try to use my Shield Master Shove to knock him prone with my bonus action.
So you want to do the shove first.
That's a nat 20. So that's 29.
Xander, roll me another wisdom saving throw as your face hits the ground. Or in this case, I guess Jett's shield. And you are in his aura. +3.
All right, so blood dice is going to be wisdom, and the other one is going to be for prone. Definitely prone, but I got a 19 on the wisdom.
Xander, all of a sudden, you look up. When you were watching these visions, it was this nice monitor that was hanging from the ceiling that when you were watching and seeing things like the Oval Office and stuff like that, you stand up finally as this woman is here. You see the monitor just falls. It smacks you in the face. And as it does, you open your eyes and you see Jett.
Dude, what the hell? I was just sleeping. Why would you punch me?
You were trying to steal my pen.
Okay, first of all, so what? It's a pen. You don't need to punch me.
Listen, I need this more than you do, okay? So leave it.
I don't think that's true.
What do you mean you need it more than him?
Do you know what I could have done with this? Do you know how much this could have meant to me?
It's a trick. It's not real.
What do you mean?
I'm assuming that you also saw the hot lady, told you, by the way, and she was offering you something you could not turn down. I don't know what that was for you, and I know it probably was hard, but I had the same thing, and so did Blue. I'm sure, Xander, you had something?
Yeah,
Were you signing a contract?
I was trying to.
Same.
You're saying this isn't gonna work anymore? He holds the pen up. Where's the paper?
I don't think any of you should have it.
Wait, what was the paper, though? The pen was real. Where's the paper?
You guys were trying to grab that book.
Yeah, it could have saved my mom.
I don't think it was real.
How do you know this one could be different?
Dog, we've dealt with gods before. We all know that they're just trying to fuck with us.
We don't want to bring that into our world.
But this one could have been different. This was the key to saving her. She's not gonna come back from this. And I'll take any opportunity to save her.
What did she promise you?
She told me if I took this pen and I signed that paper, I could bring back people from death. And it's coming for her.
And did she demand you worship her for it? Do you know what you were even giving up?
No. But if I could give up my life for hers, okay, fine, whatever.
What if it was all of us?
In that moment, it didn't seem like it was.
Just like you said, how do you know?
God damn it. Throw it overboard.
Trust me, I know it was tempting. Who knows if we're going to be able to even keep our magic when we get back home? Who knows we can get those promises?
Just got lost in the moment. It's just, you get an opportunity like that. It's hard to say no, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. We all start punching our friends when we're in the moment.
Eye for an eye, and I hold my cheek out for him.
Nah, dude, I'm good. Gets up and just kind of brushes himself off. And then looks and sees that he's not in the house anymore and can't go back to the room.
Wait, what happened with the the glasses, the things? Are they on?
They probably got knocked off during the expulsion.
You were wearing these, and I will hold them up. Why were you wearing these? Do you remember putting them on?
Not those. I was wearing glasses in my dream.
We found you wearing them and reading the book. And then all the darkness happened and the visions.
By the way, Blue, why do you look like that?
Because I got this cool bracelet, and it gives me the ability to change my body into a plant.
You look like if Tangela, the Pokemon, was drawn in like an IRL Pokemon adaptation.
I'm not that round.
Well, no, but the dimensions are going to be different. I'm sorry.
I grabbed the book and turned into this so that none of you could get it.
Oh,
So I have the book.
that was pretty smart.
I'm pretty wise now.
Kind of scary looking, though.
I look for a mirror.
I'll just hold up my shield.
Oh, this is weird.
So, what did she promise everybody? We know Jett's. I assume the rest of us also saw ourselves as Volozar, so we know that he's got her by his side, allegedly.
My dream, I was Volozar, my head was shaved. That was kind of cool. My arm was gone, but then it came back and it was purple, and it had a blade on the end, and then I lifted Elana up and I just, uppercut right with the blade, right through her stomach. And then she went down on her knees and then multiplied. And then all those multiplications turned into screaming fans. Oh, and then she promised me that all those fans could be mine.
She promised that I could see things, and from what it looked like, I don't know if this is a premonition or if it's something that's actually happening, but Volozar can see through every magistrate eye, like on their clothing.
Oh.
What?
So like he's probably been seeing us literally this whole time. Don't you have one of those in your bag, Sebastian? One of us does.
Holy shit.
Do we have other magistrate eyes? How many we have the magistrate uniform that we got a long time ago. Where are those?
I would have assumed either in the bag or we tossed them somewhere for storage.
But we also have the journal, right?
It's on my goblin staff.
Oh.
I don't know if that was painted on. Does that mean like even banners and stuff they can look through? Even the barracks. Like when we stayed in Arborea.
He can see it. He can, like, if there's a magistrate eye, he can see through it. When I found the book, the magistrate book, there was a painted eye, and it was like he could see through that.
Paint over that. Stab it. Do something.
I'll fish the staff out of the bag of holding. I'll take either some sort of rag or even like a towel or something that I can find on the airship and just tie it, over the skull. Tie it around like a bandana. And then put it back in the bag.
Can I cut the cover of or wherever the magistrate eye on the journal was? Cut it straight through.
Yeah.
So she promised me the ability to see everything.
I was promised the ability to fix deforestation and, like, save the whole entire world. But I didn't believe it.
Damn, that's a hard thing to turn down.
It's a lie. Or there's a catch.
Yeah, but like it was still tempting.
It's never that easy.
I know. Just the false promises are too good to pass up.
No, they're too good to be true.
Well, okay, so if I killed Elana, what did everyone else see? Well, I didn't kill her. I hope I did, but we'll just go with I stabbed her real good.
I saw Volozar show up in some big desolate wasteland and start making mountains and rivers and stuff.
Like the mountains we're flying to?
I don't think so. I didn't recognize these mountains or these rivers or anything.
So would it be like the worst thing in the world if we just burned that book or like cut it up?
Probably not. I think we got the information we needed out of it.
I would say throw it overboard like Jett did with the pen, but yeah, God knows where that's gonna end up landing.
Yeah. I will de-wild shape holding the book.
Light it up.
I definitely would shut it, basically with my first turn after de-wild shaping.
Man, Bray really fucked us by giving us this book.
You could have not taken it.
Why did she think that it was in capable hands?
Well, we did a lot for her. She trusted us.
And to be fair, nothing bad has happened from it yet.
With Druidcraft, I can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. Can I also light a book? It'd be a small flame, but I assume it would be able to grow.
Yeah.
And once it's done, I would basically Druidcraft again to snuff out whatever embers remain.
So are we there yet? Where are we? What's for breakfast? Man, what a way to wake up.
Yeah.
Where's the house? Were we not in a house?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Jett. I thought it was gonna be nice, and then I kind of thought it was cursed, maybe. Like, that's what made the book go crazy. So I shot us out of there.
I appreciate it, man. I know it brought some things up, and we kind of went through a little kerfuffle there, but it was nice of you. Did you guys all have that dream of the heroes from that story, that vision that we saw?
No, just Volozar, pretty much.
Yeah, same.
In mine, I swear I saw that orc and the dwarf. It's like Volozar made them out of something on a table. None of you had anything like that?
No.
Definitely not.
They were clear as day in mine, and turned out they turned into my mom after. So I didn't know if it meant anything to you guys or not.
When you say that he made them, like brought them back to life, made like a little toy out of them, what are you saying?
Like, he put this stuff on a table. It was like ash. It looked like he poured out, did his little bibbity bobbity boop, and there was the bodies.
Were they alive or just bodies?
Yeah, he made the bodies, and then they both sat up.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, that sounds like he found the ash of the great heroes that tried to stop him and brought them back, and now they're probably under his control or something. So now we're gonna have to fight him and Elana and these two heroes.
But those can't both be true, right? If he did he kill? I don't know if these visions are true or not. You said, Sebastian, you said he stabbed Elana? Did she die?
I didn't see her actually die. I guess I just assumed.
Did she turn into anybody else afterwards? Or, because, I mean, both of the heroes, when I looked away, I turned back, and there's a casket with my mom in it. And then she sat up like them.
Elana, after she was stabbed, and she got like this cloud shot in her face, she got on her knees and like started worshiping Volozar.
After getting stabbed?
Yeah. And then she multiplied like 10,000 times. The Elanas turned into the fans. My guess is because Shar is aligned with Volozar, and that's who Elana was just trying to serve and gain the attention of. Maybe seeing that Shar chose Volozar, she thought it would be a way to get closer to Shar. If she, worshipped Shar's chosen or something.
My theory is that Volozar beat Elana, and rather than wasting the resources, he found a way to convert her or brainwash her or something. Volozar is the big bad. Now we've got Elana to worry about under him, with him, and now also those two heroes, if not more. And Jett, I think like what happened with them turning into your mom, I think that was like a bit of movie magic to try and like convince you personally. Shar was showing you what they wanted and then made it personal.
I think I get it.
Elana has like the power of a goddess. So do you think that stabbing scene was from before she took Mistra's power or after?
Most definitely after. I remember her hair, like from the vision in the Evergem. When she got her powers, it was all flamey and
fiery, yeah.
Moving. She had that same hair.
It's wild to me that what we know is that Elana basically has the power of Mistra now, right? She took it all?
I would assume so. She's gone.
But Volozar defeated her, and he has assistance from Shar, but he doesn't have, like, all the power of Shar, right? Is Shar just that much more powerful than Mistra?
Even if he doesn't have all of Shar's power, maybe just the resources that she's giving him. Like, if he has access to resurrection and can see everything all the time whenever he wants and can control people, he's got the resources to take down someone that even has an army. Maybe he was just that much more powerful when they fought the first time and he just underestimated her. There's so much we don't know about Volozar and Elana. I don't know, man. This sounds like I'm waffling on the idea of Shar, because she's added power to our group if we sided with her, right? But if that's the case, why would she do that? Why would she even offer it if it wasn't to either get rid of Volozar or to have us work with him to stop Elana? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And it would be so nice if she would just talk to us rather than trying to instantly, like, charm us into it. Sebastian, can you call her or something? Like, we need to talk to Shar.
Man, I could try. She came to my dreams once. Maybe if I just go to sleep again and have a normal sleep for once, maybe she'll show up.
Okay, so get her on the line. We'll chat, figure out what her deal is. Because if she's trying to get rid of Volozar and, like, have us be in place, I'm not opposed. But we got to have the terms and services written out.
Did she indicate she's trying to get rid of Volozar?
No.
But, like, why would she be offering it, you know?
I mean, it's just like every other religion ever. They're always recruiting. They're always trying to tell you that their way's the best way.
Scientologists.
Do we think maybe I can think real hard about the inky void that she sent us to? And maybe I can write her questions tonight.
Stop thinking about her inky void, all right? That's nasty.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I mean, having you write things or ask her void things, I mean, would be great just for information, but I don't know what can be trusted, and I know she can't be trusted. I would love to know more about her intentions. I'm very confident that whatever her intentions are do not match up with what we want.
I'm just afraid that if you do try to contact her in your sleep, what if she can harm you in some way? What if she can put you through what we just went through again, and we're not there to help you?
That is concerning, given last thing I remember was going to sleep. I don't remember waking up, I don't remember putting on glasses, and I don't remember opening a skin book.
I'm gonna examine these glasses.
Are you trying to do it right now or spend a little time on your trip?
Well, I think I'd do the first one first and then realize that I need more time, and then later I would do that. I'm gonna sit with these once we're done talking, figure out what's going on with them.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna take a peek at Volozar, perhaps.
Oh my god.
Shit.
What kind of save is that again?
It is a wisdom save of 21, please.
You are currently second hand with him, so you'll have a +5 to his modifier. That's gonna pass.
Well, better luck next time. He doesn't know that we tried that, right?
He probably knows that something did.
It doesn't say anything about that in the spell. Are we there yet? How far do we have to go? Claude!
Yes, option
How far?
to the mountains, probably another hour or so.
Thank God. Thank you.
Blueberry, you sit down with the eyeglasses for a while. These are eyeglasses of true seeing. When wearing these and activating them, you can grant the wearer true sight for 1 hour, and it resets on a long rest. Xander, something in your pocket.
Oh, what is that, Daddy-O?
You pull it out. It is a small wallet. It's black with lines of white hearts stacked on top of each other.
Do I recognize it?
Not initially.
Is there anything in it?
You open up. It's Selena's.
Damn. Does it have a recent license photo?
Relatively. A little bit of money, couple credit cards.
I sit with it for a minute, looking at the ID. I'm leaning against one of the walls on the top deck. So like the wall, I guess, underneath the galley. Just like leaning there, looking at it. I'm probably there for a few minutes. If anyone's walking by, they would see me looking at it. But if not, like I'm not making a show of it. And then I put it on the ground in front of me. I would like to cast banishment on it.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Set it down on the ground in front of me. Just thinking like, I hope this gets back to you. Because you are always losing shit back home. And then I just kind of point at it. And it's gone.
Even a minute later, it's still just gone. It's been about an hour or so. Depending on where you are at the airship, you hear Cloud shout, "Options! Ahead I see the mountains, but just after the mountains it looks like a rather bad storm. I don't know if we can fly around it."
Oh, great.
It's this whole area, but it almost looks like a large concentric cylinder. This isn't a natural storm by any means.
Claude, if you could get us within about 5 miles at the most from this, let me see if I can fix it.
You guys end up over top of this mountain range. It's a very thin mountain range. It looks like you're getting closer and closer to this large storm.
I'm going to raise my staff in the air and start slowly swirling it in what I perceive to be the opposite direction. And I'm casting Control Weather, which is an 8th level spell. It takes 10 minutes.
You see as this cyclone of air, you start pulling it the other way. Claude has slowed the movement of the airship. And you can slowly start to see that it looks like almost this really wide tornado, crackling with lightning energy. There's downpouring rain. But over that 10 minutes, wind slows a bit, rain rather than this torrential downpour. There's still hail inside mixed with this rain. It looks much less intense right now.
Claude, you think we could handle that?
It's a better option. We'll do our best.
Okay.
Full speed ahead towards this storm.
Now it's just a gale.
But as you quickly move towards it, it looks like it's moving towards you. And for today, that's a wrap.
Everyone gather near the bag and get in if we need to.
Thank you all so much for listening. Over on the behind the scenes, you'll see us talk about this episode as well as the last episode a little bit. Go sign up over on patreon.com/castparty where you can get a bunch of extra bonus content. We have a free tier now, as Ryan said earlier today, and we will see you all there very, very soon. But next episode, we will brace the storm.
Gale.
Gail. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, I gotta pee so bad.
Ahoy there, me hearties. It is Captain Sebastian. It's a peaceful night on the high seas. Skies. And me mind be thinking about who me trusty crew would be. First up, a new guy. Aye, he may have been new to the crew, but he fit right in with his knack for telling jokes that'd make a parrot blush. Ah-ha-har! And you will be the ship's navigator. Never lost her way, she didn't, even on the stormiest of nights in the sky. Mason, our ship's cook. Your dishes will be a treasure, better than any loot we'll ever plunder. Dubward, oh Dubward. Entertainer, of course, always putting on a show. Your jigs and dances would brighten even the darkest of days at sea. Sky. Sainty love, eh? The most compassionate soul aboard. Mending wounds both physical and emotional. Eric 5, the tech genius. We're on a flying ship though, but I know you'll be able to make some cool stuff. Polyamorous Swirl, well, he surely can keep us on our toes. Always has an interesting topic. Usually about gossip on the ship. Forerunner was always the quiet one, but when he spoke, ye could bet your doubloons it was worth listening to. Ah, Frankie, the ship's pet whisperer. Again, we're in the sky, so I guess parrots still kind of exist. And then there was Heather, the ship's storyteller. She would tell tales of mermaids and krakens, but in the sky. And then Isuik was always the animal enthusiast. Had an entire mini zoo aboard deck. We even adopted a seagull once. Jesky Fire, the ship's daredevil, diving headfirst into the unknown without a second thought. But don't jump off the side of the ship because we're in the sky. Jin, the ship's mixologist, always whipping up ye concoctions that could cure what ailed ye or knock ye off your feet. Lexi will be the ship's protector. No one dare cross our paths with her around. She had a sword arm like a whirlwind. Mine Hack always securing the ship, making sure that we are setting sail with the finest of leathers. And Opti, our lookout extraordinaire. Your eyes will be as sharp as a hawk's. Because we're in the sky, we need that. Red Mafia Panda will be the ship's poker champion. Always winning our doubloons and leaving us begging for mercy with a poker face. Bass Drop, of course, the ship's DJ, keeping our spirits high with the grooviest beats. The wind instruments might not work because I feel like they'll always be going off because we're, again, in the sky. And last but not least, Ebab Flow will ensure that we have smooth sailing across the seas, but skies. What? No, Jett, I'll be down in a second. I'm just having fun on the deck. Don't worry about me.